Up next, race number 4. 1 RC Midget Stock. Heat 1 of 2. Race order is Joe Macaitis, Chris Peel, Tracy Bethel, Luis Nieves. Tracy Bethel.
Okay, our first heat of midgets.
Luis Nieves. Two minutes to the start of the race. Joe Macaitis. Chris Peel.
All right, I got everybody checked in. Cool, Louis racing with us tonight. Welcome, Louis. Give Louis a little bit of an opportunity here. He'll have a full interior and a highly detailed scale replica of a midget racer. Okay, gang, don't stop on the back straight if there's still guys out there warming up. Okay, I believe we're going to get this one started. Line them up in whatever order you deem fit. We got our marshals? Yeah, we do. Thanks again, Dan. Dan jumping in there, marshaling again. Brian's got one. All right, drivers ready. Marshals ready. On the horn. 4 midgets leaves a lot of room out there on the track. Makes you wonder if we could run all 8 of them at once. What would that look like? Right? We may be due for another taco bowl, y'all. You know, this, for those of you that missed the taco bowl, that was 501 laps in teams, and it was freaking awesome. It was a lot of driving.
Hey, Chris Garcia says run all of them at the same time.
All of it is good. Yeah. All right, so I got Chris out front, Joe second, Louis is third, and Tracy. Good to have Tracy back, too.
10 laps left.
Tracy invested in a late model car early on.
9
now
laps
he has
left.
somebody to drive against. Okay, we are past the halfway point.
8 laps
Chris,
left.
Joe, Louis, and Tracy, run in order.
7 laps left.
I'd like to welcome
6 laps
Matt.
left.
We got the ghost in the machine back there. Did y'all hear that?
Michael, thanks for tuning in. We appreciate the
5
support.
laps left.
Matt, how's the weather over there tonight?
4 laps left.
It's freezing.
Is it?
High
No,
tomorrow's like 52. Jeff,
3
is that
laps
Jeff
left.
Popham? What's up, Jeff? Thanks for
Popham.
tuning in. Long time no see.
2 laps left.
It's got to yell, pop 'em. Yeah,
Final
we got a cold front rolling through here now, and so it's like down to 50, which is freezing in Texas. The rest of the world, 32 is freezing. Texas
Heel
is
done.
50. All right, Chris takes it.
Luis Nieves
Louis.
done.
Oh, well, Louis, what happened? Bumped him
Joe
all the way down to
Macaitis done.
4th. Joe
Tracy
second.
Bethel done. All drivers are finished. The race is completed.
Jeff says, it is I.
All right, Jeff. Don't be such a dang stranger, Popham. All right, so next midget stock run, Wallace, Finley, Beeman, and Vaughn. Definitely sounds like a law firm, if you ask me.
Up next, race number 5. 1 RC Midget Stock. Heat 2 of 2. Race order is John Wallace, Danny Finley, Brian Beeman, Doug Vaughn. Danny Finley.
How's the wider track?
Brian Beeman.
It's slick. So we're definitely,
John
we've got
Wallace.
some conditioning to do with it. It's actually, if you stay on the line, you know, like if you work the line properly, it's really not too bad.
2
The
minutes to the
biggest
start of
challenge
the
we
race.
had is we could not get we couldn't stick it to the floor. Our typical means of fastening it down to the wood did not work. Yes, sir, Doug. Doug's got a different transponder. I got you, Doug. So
Doug Vaughn.
we were not able to pull it as tight as we normally would, but it's freaking fantastic. That extra 3 feet is a huge difference. And and as I said, I really enjoy having 4 actual corners now versus, you know, kind of like a 180 on either side. So yeah, pretty good sized track. All right, drivers, let's go ahead and close down that back straightaway. Line them up. Wallace, Finley, Beeman, and Vaughn. Okay, drivers ready? Marshall's ready. Still got Dan on the pole down there. Listen for the horn. Off they go.
Daniel says, here we go. Hanson, thanks for tuning in. We appreciate the support. It's crazy in this racing. Like, you get one mistake and you're down by 2 or 3 laps.
So Danny was in the lead. Brian taking it away from him. Brian knows this track really well because he built it. So it's Danny, Brian, John, Doug running order.
What's the format these days anyways?
It's just pretty much exactly how you initially started it, but we're not doing the seeding. We've been working a little harder to make sure that we assign driver abilities to match people up a little better in that first heat.
9 laps left.
And then, of course, we resort after the first round.
Left.
So the qualifiers, it's a 20-lap race, first 1 to 20 laps.
7 laps left.
And then, of course, the Bs are 50 laps.
6 laps left.
A's are 70, and then our feature race, which is whatever class has the most entries, has 100 laps. So tonight that's sprint. There's 10 sprint cars here. So it's Danny up front, Beeman second, Wallace third, Vaughn fourth.
April.
2 laps left.
She says, hey, what up, April? Thanks for tuning in.
April's not here.
Final lap.
April tuning in on
Danny
Facebook.
Finley done. John Wallace done. Brian Beeman done.
All right, Danny
All
takes
drivers
it.
are finished. The race is completed.
And becomes the TQ. So Danny setting that TQ mark, 20 laps in 1 minute and 34 seconds. Good job, Danny. All right, something we've all been looking forward to, our very first late model race. These things have been for sale for a while, so it's really nice to actually see them out on the track. You know, they look pretty cool. I mean, I want one.
Man, they look big.
Yeah,
Up
right?
next, race number 6. 1 RC late model. Heat 1 of 1. Race order is Brad Biddle, Brian Vollmer, Luis Nieves, Tracy Bethel, Racer X.
Dang, did she say Brian Vollmer? What up, Vollmer?
Brian's
Daniel
here.
says, replying to Daniel, oh, I like those. Jeff says, these guys are fast.
Hey,
You're
guys.
right.
Oh, sorry, Matt. Go ahead and let's close the loop because almost none of you are checking in, all new cars. So let me get just Chris under the loop.
2
just
minutes to
Chris.
the start of the race.
Arthur says, let's go, Lewis.
Only
Hey, Daniel
Chris.
wants to know how much these go for.
These are 219, right? 219. Okay, just
219
Chris.
for the
Chris,
late
did you
models?
under? Okay, did not catch you, Chris. For some reason, you did not score. All right, Tony, come on, Racer X only underneath the loop.
What do the midgets go for?
I think they're 200 even.
Racer
Okay,
X.
Tony, gotcha. Tracy, only Tracy under the loop. The midgets are 199. Just Tracy, there you are.
Tracy Bethel.
All right, Louis, just Louis underneath the loop. Where is he? Oh, there he is.
So they're similar to a mini Z setup then, probably.
Mm-hmm.
They come ready to run?
Yes, they do. Battery, every single thing you need. I think that was Louis.
Luis Nieves.
Okay, just Brian. Brian only.
1 minute to the start of the race. Brian Vollmer.
All right, and now Brad. You know what it is, Chris? Let me get Brad checked in here. Okay, there's Brad. Chris, you're actually not in this race.
Brad
That's
Biddle.
what seems to be happening there. Okay. What happened? Oh, did I? Oh, I mixed my Bryans. All right, hang on.
Daniel, we do run these box stock. So these late models are straight out of the box, right, Robbie?
Everything pretty much is. Yeah, I don't think we're running much mods at all.
Oh, hey, look at this. Check out this comment. Arthur says, "Hey Matt, next Mini Z race, I will donate a ready to run to the winner of the future champs."
No kidding. Who said
Jeez.
that? Okay, yeah, I'm a little confused here. So I want just Brian Vollmer underneath the. Oh, crap. Hang on. Huh? Yeah, I know. That's what I'm trying to figure out. What happened here? We lost some cars. Okay,
Yeah,
sorry.
that's crazy. We really appreciate that, Arthur.
Just Brian. Sorry, Brian. I didn't get you. Just Brian Vollmer.
Brian Vollmer.
All righty. So let's run back through this again. Who is in this? Okay, so we've got Chris needs to be added in here. All right, Chris. Let me jump on this real quick.
Arthur, since you're going to do that, man. Oh, I don't know who this person is. Just blew up our chat. Anyways, Arthur, since you'll do that, we'll hook them up with a little starter pack as well. Fern says he's donating a transponder.
Okay, who else is in this race that I did not sign up? Brian, okay. All right, sorry guys, I did not check the entries. We apparently missed a couple of you guys in the sign up, so let me get Brian in here.
Looks like you need to go back to typing school, Robbie.
Yeah, I know. This freaking keyboard, man.
Sure.
Yeah, right.
That's what I say at work, too. I'm like, you know what? My computer's not working. I'm going home.
Okay, we're going to, I've got it sorted out now. We did not sign a couple of you up. So let's start this process again with Brad.
No, you got everybody. You just need Brian Beeman.
Well, no, the Brian Beeman and Chris Peel. Let's get Brian and Chris, please. Just make sure I got that right. Who was that? That was Brian? Okay.
Brian Beeman.
Okay, now just Chris. Only Chris. Yeah, not seeing you, Chris. Everything good in your car? Give it a quick checkaroo here. Meanwhile, while we're waiting for that, let me just double check everybody. Brad, if I could just get Brad Biddle across the line. Let's make sure I got this sorted out. Nothing out of whack here.
Brad Biddle.
Okay, Brad, you're good. Brian Vollmer only. Brian Vollmer.
Brian Vollmer.
Good. Louis. Come on across, Louis.
Luis Nieves.
All right. Tracy. Just Tracy.
Tracy Bethel.
Cool. Tony.
Osvaldo, thanks for tuning in. We appreciate the support.
Okay, we'll give Chris a little bit more time here. Huh? Upside down? Okay. All right, there he is.
Chris Peel.
Okay, so we've got 7 of you in here, so this should be interesting. All right, drivers
Crash Up
ready?
Derby, here we go.
Marshall's ready. Here, listen for the horn.
Here they go. First official race of our late models. Got 2 of them upside down. Hey, Fern, what's the best class to start with if you were going to start? Sprint.
Sprint is good. I think the easiest cars to drive are the EDMs and then the midgets. The midgets are actually pretty easy because they're a 4-cell battery, so they're a little bit slower and more forgiving.
You said the midgets are a 4-cell?
Midgets are 4-cell. Everything else is a 5. Yeah.
Got it.
Got a car stuck on between 1 and 2. Backed out of there. Like that paint job. That black with that little blue stripe's pretty slick.
This reminds me of that video you sent me of all those cars on that track.
Sumo? Oh, yeah, like the sumo video. Yeah, that's true. We should probably record this. That dang sumo video's got like 140,000 views or something now.
9 laps left.
Which means we're going to do it. Again.
8 laps left.
Well, Vollmer's out front.
Go, Brian!
Followed by Biddle,
7
Peel,
laps
Nieves, Beeman, Bethel, and Hall. Mark Yeager, what's up?
6 laps
James,
left.
thanks for tuning in. David says, let's go, Lewis.
5 laps left.
Vollmer almost a
laps
lap
left.
ahead of everybody. Which one's Vollmer's car?
3 laps left. 2 laps left.
Okay, so I think Vollmer's that black car or
Final lap.
dark car with a white top.
That's it. Yep,
The
you got
one
that
who
right.
is not wrecking.
Brian Vollmer done. Tracy
Nice.
Bethel done. Chris Peel done. Luis Nieves done. Brad Biddle done. Brian Beeman done.
All right, ladies and gentlemen, we're going to take only a very brief break. But before we do it, could we get everybody to gather up their cars? Photo op. It's a photo op. Come on. Gather up
The
your
race is
cars and
completed.
set them on the track. So every car that you have, let's get them set out on the track so we can get a cool picture. So
Hey, that race, Vollmer took it, followed by Biddle, Peel, Beeman, Hall, Bethel, and Nieves. Nice job, Vollmer, winning the very first ever late model. Rob, can you hear me okay? Rob, can you hear me okay? All right. I thought you were flipping dials and stuff, so.
I didn't mess with you, so apparently you still work. I took down the master volume. No, I had to take down the master volume and then turn up some of the other stuff to get rid of the feedback.
Tina, which one do you recommend starting with? Midget? Easier to drive? Jacob, thanks for tuning in. We appreciate the support. We're about to get started with qualifier number 2. Doing a little photo op here. Rob, do you print these heat sheets or no? How many do you print?
Up next, race number 1. 1 RC Sprint Stock. Heat 1 of 2. Race order is Ayrton Hernandez, Danny Finley, Brian Vollmer, Joe Macaitis, Daniel Carroll. Marshals are, Car 1 Brian Vollmer, Car 2 Brad Biddle, Car 3 Chris Peel, Car 4 Brian Beeman.
Jacob says, what's they racing? This is 1RC oval racing. So you can get into midgets, sprints, Eastern Dirt Modifieds, or late models. They run on a 4 or 5 cell battery. They start at $200, ready to run. Easy to get into. And we race for laps, so whoever gets Whoever's first to 20 laps wins the qualifier. I think I'm saying that right. Jacob says, every Wednesday, what time do they start? We do not. I think we do every other Wednesday.
And it starts at 7 o'clock.
Starts at 7 p.m. Central Standard Time. 14910 Nacogdoches Road.
You can reach us at 210-651. Paying a little homage to our old friend Hondo from Castroville. We haven't seen Hondo in quite some time.
Alex, what up? He says the new carpet looks awesome, right?
Huh?
Track looks like double the size that it did before.
Did he?
Alex tuning in on our Facebook channel.
Alex Soto?
Yep.
Hey, Alex. 20 laps. Oh, just a few more minutes. Yeah. And then, yeah, you're in this one, Ayrton. Oh. Actually, yeah, we're going to get this race starts in 3 minutes. So, Ayrton,
3 minutes to
Danny.
the start of the race.
Yep, thank you, Matt. Ayrton, Danny, Brian, Joe, and Daniel. You're
Joe
up in
Maconitis.
3 minutes.
Danny Finley.
Alex says, hello, Robbie. What's up, RCHQ?
And we miss you,
y'all.
Alex. That's what's up. What the heck are you doing out there?
Yeah.
Daniel
Who
Carroll.
needs a job?
Hey, Alex, you're coming for the 13th, right?
Ooh, that's right. What is the 13th anyways?
Oh, yeah. Well, 13th is California versus Texas. Unfinished business.
Okay. Mini Z, right?
Yep, last big Mini Z race of the year. However, we're going to follow that race up with a series, a winter series, that's going to come in right after that. So it'll be a 3 or
2 minutes
4
to the
race
start of the
series
race.
to cap out the year.
Definitely a 4 race.
4 race, okay.
We always do even number races.
Yeah, and it'll leak into next year a little bit, but looking forward to that. Looking forward to seeing some of our friends from California. Always a treat have those guys come out. Grant is an absolute delight.
Hey, you know
to
what
be
we
around.
can do is maybe we could squeeze in a Wednesday night as part of the series.
You know, I wonder if any of the California guys would be interested in like a little cosmic night or something while they're here. You know, show them how we do it. Maybe not. Might be trying to pack too much in. Oh, you know what a lot of people don't realize about that race while we're talking about it is that Thursday is practice as well. So there's some folks that are coming in from out of town that want to practice on Thursday, go do the tourist thing on Friday, and then come back for the race on Saturday. So just
Is there
an
going to be a
FYI.
track change?
1 minute to the start of the race.
Track change?
Oh, yeah, most definitely a track change, for sure. Yeah, we're working on that.
So Thursday, current layout. Friday, new track.
Yeah, that sounds like a really
Ryan
good
Bowler.
plan. We should probably write that down.
I'll
Okay.
remember.
All right, our drivers are ready. Wait, where's Ayrton? Here he comes. Hang on. We're not going without you, Ayrton. Yeah.
Ayrton Hernandez.
Is that it? That's all you need? Yeah, you good? Okay. All right, drivers, listen for the horn. Marshals, are you ready? Let me find my mouse. Here we go. On the horn. Current TQ, the man with the target on his back is, that's right, Texas's own Brad Biddle, a 21.32 to take that TQ away from Brad.
Oh, there goes Vollmer. Vollmer just won the late models. Danny Finley up into number 1 now. Vollmer drops to 2nd. Ayrton 3rd. Joe 4. Daniel 5. So, well, we got 2 heats of sprint stock? Okay, all right.
Yeah, there's actually 10 of them tonight, which is really cool. Mine's sitting over there somewhere. I should probably dust it off.
So Danny leading the way. Joe 2nd. Brian 3rd. Ayrton 4. Daniel 5. Lap number 13, or excuse me, 13 laps left. Excuse me. I gotta get into oval mode. For the longest time, I kept saying that mini Z's are hitting the pipe. Steven, thanks for tuning in. We appreciate the support.
8
Danny,
laps
Joe,
left.
Brian, Ayrton, and Daniel.
7
Up
laps
next,
left.
Heat 2 of sprint stock.
6 laps left. 5 laps left. 4 laps left. 3 laps left. 2 laps left. Final lap.
So it's Danny. Yep, we got it. Danny, Ayrton, Joe, Brian, Daniel. How they're running. Danny only a lap away. I think he was caught up in a wreck there.
Daniel Carroll done. Brian Vollmer done. Ayrton Hernandez done. Joe Macaitis done.
All right,
All
TQ
drivers are
is
finished.
TQ still
The race
safe.
is completed.
Yeah, he got TQ by 20 seconds. Jeez.
Yeah,
Brad
what
Biddle's fast.
can you see them, Matt? What do they look like from your end?
What, these cars?
Yeah, can you tell who's who, kind of?
Oh, no. We're using a webcam. They're all fuzzy and terrible.
Up next, race number 2. 1 RC Sprint Stock. Heat 2 of 2. Race order is Brad Biddle, James Porter, Fern Luna, Chris Peel, Brian Beeman, Brad Biddle.
All right, looking for James, Fern, Chris, and Beeman.
James Porter. 2 minutes to the start of the race. Coming up, race number 3. 1 RC EDM stock. Heat 1 of 1. Race order is Brad Biddle, John Wallace, Brian Beeman, Joe Macaitis, Chris Peel, Rob Allen, Fern Luna.
You know, Matt, we were talking in the drivers' meeting. For those of you that are tuning in, we with this new carpet,
Chris
we were
Peel.
not able to apply the traditional tape to stick it down, so that it's a challenging layout. And then that old saying of "it's bad for everyone" came up, and it was like, no, that's not true.
Brian Beeman.
It means the owner didn't do his job properly.
Yeah. Hey, Vernon, thanks for tuning in. We appreciate the support.
All right, the man to beat, Brad. I think it was a 20 laps and 130
1
something.
minute to the start of the race.
21:32. All right, let's get them lined up. Everybody's going to go on the horn. Here we go.
The race is starting in less than 5.
20 laps. First to 20 wins. It's that simple. Time to beat is Brad Biddle on a 21:32. So what that means is he did 20 laps in 1 minute and 32 seconds. Currently on a 21:30 pace. Trying to show up his first TQ time. Watch the loop. Caution at the loop. It's clear. 14 laps remains. Brad Biddle out front, followed by Beeman, Luna, Porter, and Peel. Up next is the EDM class. We got
9 laps left.
Brad Biddle, John Wallace, Beeman,
8 laps left.
Joe, Chris, and Rob. 8 laps.
7 laps left. 6 laps left. 5 laps left. 4 laps left.
So Brad slightly off
3
of
laps
his
left.
pace so far. Still a lot. 3 laps left to go. Just only about 2
He's still
seconds.
got the TQ. He's got the TQ by half a second.
Yeah.
Final lap.
Oh, it is. Okay,
There
you're
it is,
right.
by a second now.
Brad Biddle done.
There it is. Beat his previous TQ by 1 second.
James Porter done.
All right.
Fern Luna done. Brian Beeman done. All drivers are finished. The race is completed.
Brad is our transient racer. He's just passing through his home state of Texas before he moves on somewhere else here next year, I believe. All right, so EDMs are up.
So why couldn't you tie the carpet down? Or glue the carpet down?
Up next, race number 3. 1 RC EDM stock. Heat 1 of 1. Race order is Brad Biddle, John Wallace, Brian Beeman, Joe Makaitis, Chris Peel, Rob Allen, Brad Biddle. Joe Makaitis, Rob Allen, John
You know what you
Wallace.
could do is you could get like
2
2
minutes to the start of the
1x2s and sandwich the carpet in between the wood. That would work well.
Brian Beeman,
What do you think, Doug? If you got like 2 1x2s, sandwich the carpet in between them. Yeah, just pull it tight.
Chris Peel,
Everybody ready? All right, let's get them lined up. Okay, here we go. Time to beat. Brad Biddle, 20 laps, 1 minute, 39 seconds. Here we go.
The race is starting in
1
less
minute to the
than
start of the
5.
race.
And they're off.
Coming up, race number 4. 1 RC midget stock. Heat 1 of 2. Race order is John Wallace, Luis Nieves, Doug Vaughn, Tracy Bethel.
16 laps remain. Brad out front on this one, beating his TQ by 11 seconds if he can maintain this pace. Brian in second, Rob third, Chris fourth, John 5. Oh! Watch that back straight.
10
Go
laps
high
left.
on the back. It's clear. Brad's still leading the
9
way,
laps
followed
left.
by Brian. John moves up to third. Rob 4, Chris
8 laps
5, Joe 6. 8 laps remains.
7 laps left. 6 laps left. 5 laps left. 4 laps left.
High on the back straight. It's clear.
2 laps left. Final lap. Brad Biddle done. Brian Beeman
And
done.
that's a race.
John Wallace done.
Across the loop, you'll be
Joe
done.
Makaitis done. Chris Peel done.
Rob, you need to cross the loop.
Rob Allen done. All drivers are finished. The race is completed.
Brad took that one. 20 laps, 1 minute, 37 seconds. New TQ. Midgets, heat 1 of 2. You are up.
Up next, race number 4. 1 RC Midget Stock. Heat 1 of 2. Race order is John Wallace, Luis Nieves, Doug Vaughn, Tracy Bethel, Doug Vaughn. Two minutes to the start of the race.
Looking for John Wallace, Lewis, and Tracy.
Luis Nieves. John Wallace, Tracy Bethel.
Got everybody checked in?
Track is closed. Straightaway is closed. No more laps, please.
All right, you heard the lady. Let's get them lined up.
1 minute to the start of the race.
Doug, are you out? What do you say?
I don't know. What did you ask him?
If he's out.
Fern? No, Doug.
Doug.
Oh, Doug? Yeah, he's out.
All right, Doug's out. Here we go. Listen for the horn.
The race is starting in less than 5.
Time to beat here is Danny on a 21:34.
Hey, I see Tal's tuned in here. Hey, Tal,
Yeah.
I wanted to let you know that whole poster, you know, making you if you're listening, making you one of the headliners. That's Joseph, okay? He put me up to that. But as far as I'm concerned, you are a headliner. Looking forward to seeing you, meeting you.
So this is like a Joseph race.
Yep.
John's out front here, followed by Lewis and then Tracy.
Ten laps left.
Up next, Danny, Brian, Chris, and Joe.
9 laps left. 8 laps left. 7 laps left. 6 laps left. 5 laps left.
So it's John the Wallace out in the lead. Louis is second. Tracy
4 laps
third.
left.
Doug sitting this one out.
3 laps left.
Danny has a TQ in this one. It's a 21:34. Right now, John, you're on a 21:33.
lap.
So if John can make this stick, he will be our new top qualifier. And that is
John
important.
Wallace done.
to get through
Tracy
that
Bethel done.
first two turns
Luis
cleanly.
Nieves done. All drivers are finished. The
He
race
did
is
it.
completed.
21:33. John Wallace, the new TQ for midgets. We'll see what this next heat's got. Dominic, what's up? Thanks for tuning in.
Up next, race number 5. 1 RC Midget Stock. Heat 2 of 2. Race order is Danny Finley, Brian Beeman, Chris Peel, Joe Macaitis, Chris Peel, Danny Finley, Joe Macaitis.
Hey, where's Peter Chow?
You know, I think he eliminated himself. He got in the habit of eliminating everyone, and he actually did it to himself. I haven't seen him in
2 minutes
probably
to the
about
start of
4
the race.
races now.
Brian Beeman.
So we missed him last Saturday as well.
Man, if you got his number, send him a text, see how he's doing.
I think I am. Huh? Oh, you know what? Doug said he's working on his house, and he'll be back as soon as he can.
Oh, okay.
Yeah. I miss Peter Chow. He's my nemesis.
Okay, looks like these guys are ready. Time to beat John Wallace on a 21:33. Here we go in less than 5.
The race is starting in less than 5.
You know, you say these cars are slower, but they're running 21:33, and that's what the sprints were running on a 5-cell.
Yeah, now just bring it. What I like about it, I have one. I haven't driven it. I've got that little Baby Yoda. What's Baby Yoda's name? Whatever it is. Grogu, something like that. Anyhow, you can hold it kind of full pin, being that it's down on power a little bit. That actually makes it easier to drive.
Hey, Dominic wants to know where he can buy one of these.
Dominic, we've got them here for sale here at our Rolling Oaks Mall location. We right now we have an EDM in stock. We'll have another order of everything coming in. Oh, huh?
9 laps left.
John said he'll sell you all of his. John, that's our TQ talking right there. Danny, by the way, you're on a 21:34. But
Rhonda, thanks for tuning in. Appreciate the support.
6 laps left.
Hey, but anyways, Dominic, yeah, you can come over by
5 laps
RCHQ and see what we got in stock. We got 4
laps
classes. Midgets, the one that's running now. Sprint, Eastern
laps
Dirt
left.
Modified, and late models.
Yep.
2 laps
Right
left.
now there is an EDM up there on the shelf, and like I said, it'll be a full restock
Final lap.
probably midway through next week, so we'll have them all.
Danny Finley
Watch the
done.
loop.
Joe Macaitis done. Brian Beeman done. Chris Peel done. All drivers are finished. The race is completed.
All right, so Danny takes that one, but a second slower than John. So John holds on to that TQ.
Late models, if you've not looked at the sign-up sheet, Matt went ahead and broke y'all up into 2 different heats. So the first heat
Up
of
next,
late model.
race number 6. 1 RC late model. Heat 1 of 2.
Hey,
Race order
George,
is
thanks for tuning in.
Racer X. Tracy Bethel. Luis Nieves.
So give you guys a little bit more room to run.
I mean, I can fix that if you want.
No, it's fine. Huh? It was, yeah. Hey, well, we only came here for the crashes anyhow, right?
Looks like those tables might be in the way.
2 minutes to the start of the race.
They
Oh,
are.
we got a
Tracy
bigger
Bethel.
track.
Yeah, we're going to have to move them for the next one. Huh? Yeah. Tony, Tracy, and Louie.
Hey, Rob,
Yes, sir.
can you do me a favor?
Uh-huh.
Can you get one of these
Racer
late
X.
models and a midget and hold them up side by
Luis
side in
Nieves.
front of the camera?
Yeah, sure.
Rudy, thanks for tuning in. Dominic, no, they run on a 4-cell or 5-cell LiPo, not AAAs. Mini Z's run on AAA. All right, so here's wow, that late model is double the size of a midget.
1 minute to the start of the race.
Jeez. Yeah. Yeah, it looks very cool. I'd be a midget guy myself. All right, let's get them lined up. Here we go. Tony, Tracy, and Lewis. We're going racing.
The race is starting in less than 5.
Time to beat Brian Vollmer on a 20-145.
Coming up, race number 7. 1 RC late model. Heat 2 of 2. Race order is Brian Vollmer, Brad Biddle, Chris Peel, Brian Beeman.
It's number 60. Oh, yeah, I can barely read it. I mean, I can see it, but we need to upgrade our stuff. Yeah, exactly. Hey, you know, I just watched every Star Wars movie in chronological order for the first time, like a month ago. The last 3 were terrible. 12 laps left. Tracy out front, followed by Lewis and then Tony.
10 laps
Man, these
left.
things look like they're all over the place.
9 laps left.
Yeah, we got to do something about this carpet.
8 laps left.
I do know a guy who
7
can
laps
fix
left.
just about anything. His name is Doug.
6 laps left.
6 laps left. Lewis, Tracy, and Tony.
5 laps left. 4 laps left. 3 laps left. 2 laps left.
I mean, you would think a bigger chassis would have
Final
more
lap.
control.
Luis Nieves done.
Well, none of these guys have setups on these cars yet because this is the first time they've run. So
Oh, you can actually put
Tracy
setups
Bevel
on
done.
them.
definitely. All right, Tony, are you gonna come back across the line there, racer?
The race is completed.
All right, now you're done, Tony. Yes, sir.
I mean, can you prep the tires at all?
Yeah, we do. I think it's either 409 or Simple Green on the back tires, and it makes a huge difference. This carpet is so new that it's slick. We did find that our brown carpet, our old smaller track, it was a lot tackier than this. So it's just going to take a little while for this thing to break in.
We need some of that Calandra carpet.
Up next, race number 7. 1 RC late model. Heat 2 of 2.
Well, that's not a bad
Race
idea.
order is Brian Vollmer, Brad Biddle, Chris Peel,
I
Brian
think the
Beeman,
freight would probably
Brad Biddle,
kill us, though,
Chris Peel.
if we were just to ship a single piece of it. Maybe
Yeah, but
not.
that's the problem with it is they don't ship just a single. They want to send you like 100-foot roll.
Yeah.
You know, but we could probably figure something else out to do with it.
True.
I'm not sure, though.
Yeah, that other carpet, we'd leave that down for a
2
week or
minutes to the
so.
start
So we
of the
get a lot
race.
of traction from like snotty-nosed little kids and boogers,
Brian Beeman,
toe jam. All right, guys, let's line them up. Looks like everybody's
Still
got-
looking for our TQ.
Oh, wait, we're waiting for Brian. I'm sorry. Where you at, Brian? Oh, there he is. Brian did not get you checked in. Let's get you under the loop there real quick.
Brian Vollmer,
There you go. Okay, Brian is your TQ. He ran a 20-145, so that's the time to beat. Racers, you ready? Marshall's ready? On the horn. This is our final qualifier. We will be stepping out into the mains after this. I like it's still raining
Watch
outside.
the loop. Watch the loop. It's clear.
Hey, hello, Christian. Thanks for tuning in, man.
Oh, no. Vollmer went through the middle of the track. It's going to knock him down to third. pile up.
Matt, I don't know if you've noticed it, but if you look at, I can't, if you can say, Doug, how many transponder or decoders do you have on there now? 5 or 6?
10 laps left.
On the transponder loop. How many decoders or sensors? There's 6
9 laps
sensors
left.
on that loop now. Seems to be working fine.
Okay.
8 laps left.
We ain't dropping no laps.
Well, it's
7
just so
laps
darn
left.
wide that the 4 wouldn't cover it. And Doug couldn't really get an answer
6
out of
laps
anybody
left.
whether he could do it or not, so he just went for it. Seems to be working.
5 laps left.
See? Just backs
4
up my
laps left.
statement.
Yeah.
I know a guy who can get things done.
3 laps left.
He hasn't hung my horns yet, though. I'll have to have a talk with him. You seen
2
the
laps
horns?
left. Final lap.
So
All right, let's
Brian-
see if Beeman can do it.
Okay,
Brian
Gonna
Volmer
set
done.
the new TQ.
Brad
He
Fiddle
did
done.
it.
There's
Christian
Volmer.
Done.
21:36.
Brian Volmer
Volmer
done.
worked his way all the way
All
up to
drivers are
second.
finished. The race is completed.
Oh man, Volmer was in last, moved all the way to second. Jeez, talk about a comeback. All right, bedtime for me.
Okay, thank you, Matt. Really appreciate you pitching in, man. Thanks a lot. Hey, I'll talk to you tomorrow at some point, too, I'm sure. For those of you that don't know, Matt's over in South Carolina, and I appreciate him jumping in on as our remote RD, also known as the Ghost in the Machine. Gentlemen, we're going to take about being that we got you guys here, we're going to take only about a 10-minute race. Racing will start again at 8:15 with the B mains. We'll have those heats up here in just a second.
Oh, you're going with mains now.
Yeah, we're not going to do a third qual. They don't want to be here late.
You got the mains already set up?
I do not. I only did the quals. So I guess we'll do 4 and add 2. Okay.
So you want sprint?
Sprint. Yeah, we'll have 4 made it to a bump. Wait, does that work?
Can you say that again?
Sprints. Hey, sprints. You want to go with 6 or 7? Anybody got an opinion? 6. Okay, 6 is what it's going to be, Matt. So yeah, 4 made it. 2 bump. Hello, Alex. Thanks for tuning in, man. You caught us in a little break here. We're getting ready to start up our mains here in about 8:15.
Oh, shit.
Midgets, what do you think? You want to run all 8 of them at once? Or you want to midgets? No? Okay. All right. We can,
That's a lot.
you can fit more of them out there. We'll go with the same thing with midgets then, Matt. We'll do 4 waiting, 2 bumping.
Okay. So we got, we want to run 7 late models?
Yeah, same thing with lates. Yeah. So the only a class will run all that won't have a BOB EDM.
So all the late models want to go?
Late models will be 4 in the A, 2 to bump. So that basically just shut one guy out.
What do we decide with midgets? Same?
Yeah. Yeah, everybody's 4 with 2 bumps except for EDM. We all go at once. Hello, Cortland. Thanks for joining us, man. Hey, we're kind of in a little bit of a break here as we set up our main events for the night. Our feature race is going to be the A main sprint stock, going to be a 100-lap race.
How many is everybody else? 70?
Yeah, B's are 50, A's are 70, features 100.
I'm glad you said something before I...
Hi, Rody. Thanks for tuning in.
Up next, race number 1. 1 RC Midget Stock. B main. Race order is Tracy Bethel, Doug Vaughn.
Yeah, that didn't work out very good, did it? For midget. I think you know what? Let's go with, let's add, if you can. Yeah, delete that. Add, we can do 7 in midget. They're small. And that'll get rid of that C.
Up next, race number 1. 1 RC Midget Stock. B main. Race order is Joe Macaitis,
I didn't know you could do
Luis
that. I'd always
Nieves,
dragged and dropped them.
Tracy
That's
Bethel,
cool.
Doug Vaughn.
What?
Hidden that letter number thing that you just did?
Oh,
That letter
can do
fraction,
that.
is that what it is? Yeah.
Yeah, you can do that while you're sorting the race too.
Cool.
I just always forget.
All right, mains are being posted. B mains are going to be up first. So the first race is going to be the midget stock B main. Joe, Louie, Tracy, and Doug. 2 of you will move on to the A. So first race here, Joe, Louie, Tracy, and Doug in midget.
All right, Rob, I'm out.
Hey, I wanted to show you something. You got another minute?
Yeah.
7 minutes to the start of the race. Tracy Bethel.
Have you seen the horns?
The horns. Oh, yeah, you showed me a picture, but they weren't together. I think they were like in pieces.
Tracy Bethel. Doug Vaughn. 6 minutes to the start of the race. Luis Nieves. 6-9. 5-7. 16-9. 7-3. 6 flat. 6-5. 6-2. 5-8. 7-5. 6-3. 9-9.
Yeah. Yeah.
11-7.
Where are you going to put them?
Probably over the top of the
6-7.
Okay. All right, I'm out.
25.9.
Doug, I'll see you.
5-6.
Fern.
5 minutes to
Later.
the start of the race. $12.6. 5-9. 19-4. 17-9.
All righty, it's time to get this the main started. Thanks for joining Tony and Jeff. Glad you guys are here. We're just getting ready. We're starting our B mains here tonight. Kill this practice.
Joe Makaitis. 4 minutes to the start of the race.
All right, looking for Joe, Louie, Tracy, and Doug. Marshals for this race are going to be, hang on, I did not print one. Got it, Matt. Heard you. All right, marshals for this one are going to be Brad, Brian, James, and Fern, or some combination of that. Got everybody checked in? All right, drivers ready? Let's get them lined up. It's going to be Joe starting in the first position. Doug not going to make it.
3 minutes to the start of the race.
Don't listen to her. Listen to me. We've got Louie in the second place spot and Tracy third. All right, drivers, you're not going to win this race in the first corner. 2 of you are going to move on. 1 of you is going home or staying for another race, whichever you choose. All right, drivers ready? Marshals ready? Listen for the horn. Okay, 50 laps of racing ahead of us here. 1 down, 49 to go. Joe, first one underneath the loop. Tracy, then Louie. Joe holding on to that lead. Louie moving up into second, bumping Tracy down to third. Little trouble on the front straightaway. Careful, drivers. It's clear. Little trouble on the back straightaway, and it is clear as well. So Louie out to the lead. Came from that last place spot. Snuck by everybody. Louie, Tracy, Joe is your running order. However, really not much, about 12 seconds separating these 3 cars. From 1 back to 3. They're cheating themselves out of a lap if they do it, right? No, not advisable. All right, Louie, hold on to that lead. Joe second, Tracy third. Trouble on the front straightaway. Fern's there with the big stick. Gets them sorted out. There we go. Joe doing a little self-marshaling. All right, so Louie on lap 15. Joe lap 14. Tracy lap 14 as well. So Louie with about a 7.5 second lead. Fastest lap of the race so far was Joe. He ran a 4.531 on lap number 11. Louie, your fast lap, 5.265. And Tracy, a respectable 5.476. Car up against the pipe right there. Brad's got it. All right, 30 laps left to go. Careful on the back straight. And it's clear. Next up is going to be our late model B main. Late model B main is going to be Tracy, Chris, and Tony. Coming up next, and then we'll have our sprint B main, which is going to be an action-packed race. 6 guys, only 2 of them moving on. Yes, sir. You looking for me? I'm up here. Over here. Yo, what's going on? Hey, it wasn't me. I was nowhere near it, okay? I wasn't even here that day. What day was it, by the way? All right, Louie out front, Joe second, Tracy third. Yep, it was not me. All right, it's Joe out front, snatching that lead away from Louie for the moment. So Joe, Louie, Tracy, running order, 16 laps left to go. Louie not far behind, only 4.5 seconds back. Then there's Tracy, is about 32 seconds behind Louie.
Ten laps left. 9 laps left. 8 laps left. 7 laps left. 6 laps left.
Oh, yeah, they're taking it for that awesome seats for the Formula One race a couple of weekends ago. All right, it's Joe, Louie, Tracy running order. 4 scant laps left to go right now. Looking like Joe and Louie going to move on to that A main. And I believe we're going to put 7 cars in that race.
Joe Macaitis done.
There you go. So Joe takes it.
Luis Nieves done. Tracy Bethel done.
There's Tracy.
All drivers are finished.
All right, so there you go. Joe, completed. Louie, moving on. Okay, next up is going to be our late model B main. Tracy, Chris, and Tony, the Racer X, you guys are up. Tavo, thanks for joining us and for tuning in. We're doing a little oval racing tonight. Widened our track yesterday.
1 RC late model. B main. Race order is Tracy Bethel, Chris Peel, Racer X.
There you go. Added 3 foot to the width of it, and it's about the same length. But 3 foot with a 18 scale car is a lot of track. So, and the track's real green, so a lot of slipping and sliding as everybody gets used to it and the carpet breaks in. All right, gentlemen, saddle up. Tracy, Chris, Tony. You guys have a minute and a half left in your warm-up.
2 minutes to the start of the race.
If need be, Tony, being that you're racing back-to-back, I can give you a little more time. Oh, and Tracy racing back-to-back as well. Okay, same thing as the last race. 2 guys
Tracy
moving
Bethel.
on to the A. 1 going to get sidelined for the night. Hillary, well, long time no see. How you doing? Is that Hillary or
Racer X.
Bruce, or maybe Hillary and Bruce? Welcome, y'all. Archie, thanks for tuning in, man. I also see Bree. Bree, awesome to have you. Doing a little carpet oval racing tonight here at Radio Control Headquarters in our Rolling Oaks Mall location. It was, I don't know if it's still raining out there, but it was coming down pretty heavily, so It's still drizzling, and the weather is perfect inside tonight. So one of
1
those
minute to the start of
nights
the
that
race.
we're happy to be indoors instead of our traditional outdoor racing that we did for, gosh, well, I did it for 17 years. All right, we've got them all here. Drivers, are you warmed up? When you are, let's go ahead and pull them over. We'll get this main started. This is going to be a 50-lap race to advance to the A. Tracy, you are going to be in the number 1 spot. Guys, spread them out a little bit so we can get a cleaner start. So Tracy up front. Chris, you're going to be in that 2nd spot, and then Tony in 3rd, just like that. All right. Hang on, let me find my mouse. Where to go? All right. Drivers ready? Marshals ready? On the horn. Here we go. Okay, we got her sorted out. It's Chris out front, Tony 2nd, Tracy 3rd. Yeah, I think the nice thing about these late models, you can come up with some wicked liveries for them. I'm going to get one just for that. So Chris, Tony, Tracy, running order. Careful on the back straight. Hey, and they act as ramps, too. You can, like, Dukes of Hazzard over the front of one of them. All right, so Chris trying to check out and secure his place in the A. Already got about a 9.5-second lead over Tracy, who's in 2nd. And then Tony is within range of Tracy. He's only 9.8 seconds back. So Chris looking to just walk away with this. Next up, we are going to do our action-packed sprint B main. There's going to be 6 cars in that race. So we can anticipate lots of crashing. Next race is Chris, Danny, Ayrton, Joe, Brian, and Daniel. Trouble on the back straight, car up against the bumper. Hey, it's clear. Dalton, nice of you to join us. Thanks for tuning in. Doing a little 1RC oval racing here tonight. We are rolling up through the B mains, working our way to the A. Turn number 3, caution. Got a car up against the bumper. It's clear. Got a nice turnout, almost 30. Just one person shy of 30 entries here tonight. These are 1RC oval cars. Basically, take them out of the box. Everything you need is in the box, I believe, other than the AA radios. They start at about $200. I think the most expensive one is $219, maybe $229. And it's everything you need. You literally drop it on the track and go. So a fully competitive race car for less than $250. And the competition's good. All right, so back out to the track. It's Chris running away with this one. 40-second lead right now. Tracy is 2nd. Tony's 3rd. Only 10 seconds separate those 2 cars. So the battle on the track really isn't for the winner. It's between Tracy and Tony to see which one of them is going to move on to that A main. "12 laps left. Car up against the bumper. Brad's there with the big stick. Gets him turned around. There we go.
10 laps left.
Inside 10 laps. Brittany, the free Brittany,
9
is
laps left.
going to count it down for us. So let's see, does Tracy, is Tony
8
got a
laps
shot
left.
at Tracy? He's only 8.7 seconds back. So can
7 laps
Tony
left.
do it? Or is Tracy going to be able to hold him off and take that transfer spot?
6 laps left.
Tony up against that turn number 3 bumper.
5 laps left.
Yeah, waiting, doesn't back out into traffic. Good job, Tony.
4 laps left.
Coming to the final thing, and that was crash unless something
3
catastrophic
laps
happens
left.
to Tracy.
2 laps left. Final lap. Chris Peel done.
There you go.
Racer X done. Tracy Bethel done. All drivers are finished. The race is completed.
Very cool. Okay, Tracy and Chris moving up to the A main. Next up is going to be a 6-car B main sprint stock. Marshals, take a drink of water, take a deep breath, and get ready for this one. The drivers in this race: Chris, Danny, Ayrton, Joe, Brian Vollmer, and Daniel.
Up next, race number 3. 1 RC Sprint Stock. B main. Race order is Chris Peel, Danny Finley, Ayrton Hernandez, Joe Macaitis, Brian Vollmer, Daniel Carroll, Brian Vollmer. Up next, race number 4. 1 RC EDM Stock. A main. Race order is Brad Biddle, Brian Beeman, John Wallace, Chris Peel, Joe Macaitis, Rob Allen.
Hang on a second, y'all. Don't listen to that. All right, hang on one second. Not exactly.
Up next, race
Here
number
we go.
3.
All right,
1
got it
RC
right.
Sprint
I was
Stock.
gonna say, what the heck
B main.
happened there?
Race order is Chris Peel, Danny Finley, Ayrton Hernandez, Joe Macaitis, Brian Vollmer, Daniel Carroll.
All right,
Danny
everyone
Finley,
is checked in.
Ayrton Hernandez, Joe Macaitis, Brian Vollmer, Chris Peel.
All right, let's get our marshals together for this one. We're going to need some good, fast, light on your feet type of marshals. Let's see what we've got. Tracy, Chris is back to back.
2
Tony
minutes to the
out
start of the
there.
race.
I'm not sure. James, are you volunteering? If so, thank you very much, James. Louie's grabbing a pole. Thank you, Louie. Tracy's out there as well. Tracy, there should be another stick around somewhere. There's 4 of them. Usually, if you look by, it's near John Wallace because he likes to crack people with those things. All right, everyone checked in. If you guys, you got a little bit more time if you want to run some more. It's okay with me. We're pretty much on schedule. We're going to finish somewhere near that 9 o'clock mark. All right, that's it. We're going to close the back straightaway and get them lined up. And the lineup is going to be important, so I want you guys to try to space out as much as you can. It's going to be Chris starting first, Danny second. Yeah, a little further than that. There you go. Then Ayrton back in third, Joe fourth, Brian fifth, and Daniel
1 minute to the start of the
sixth.
race.
Thank you, Brittany. All right, just a quick reminder, drivers. The guys that are going to advance are going to be the guys that avoid the crashes. So do your best to try to stay out of the wrecks, and you got a good shot at moving up to the A. We're going to need a good clean start. Do not dive under it. We're going to want to get them clean started up through the up underneath the loop. Drivers ready? Marshals ready? Here we go. Man, that was actually pretty darn nice, y'all. Let's see if the A main starts that well. All right, so we're off. 49 laps remain. So a ton of racing. Trouble on turn 1. Our marshal, young James Porter, has him flip back over and on his way. Thank you, James, for volunteering. Okay, leader with a little bit of trouble. Kind of gets stuck up underneath that loop area. Finley out front, Hernandez second, Macaitis third, Vollmer fourth, Peel fifth, and Carroll is sixth. That's how you guys stacked up. I'll give you some more information as you go, but right now it's Danny and Ayrton on the bumps. Trouble on the back straightaway. 2 cars together on the inside. Thank you for not backing up into traffic. Good job, y'all. Turn 3 and 4, and it's clear. So Danny running out front, about a 6.5 second lead. However, Chris quickly moving back up through the field. Careful on turn 2. It is clear. Looks like the track may be starting to come around a little bit. These cars are looking more and more stable. Okay, drivers, 33 laps to go. Here's your running order. Danny first, Ayrton second, Chris third, Brian fourth, Joe fifth, and Dan is sixth. Dan is our representative from the full-scale racing world. I believe it's I-37 Speedway, right? He's like, shut up, I'm driving. All right. So Danny out front, Chris up to second. So right now, Chris in that second transfer spot, 9 seconds back behind Danny. So Danny with a decent lead. Ayrton down to third, but only 2.2 seconds back. So Ayrton's still in range with 25 laps left to go to take away that second place spot. We've got Joe in fourth. Tina, you're not driving tonight? I just now noticed. You're not like faking that shoulder injury, are you? Okay. Because if so, I mean, we still feel sorry for you. When are you going to race again? 13th? When you see what the prizes are going to be for the race on the 13th, you're going to want to race. So you got to rehab yourself until then. 19 laps to go. Danny first, Chris second, Volmer up to third. So Brian, the guy on the move. Joe is fourth, Ayrton fifth, and Dan Carroll sixth. Lots of racing left to go. Danny, about a, oh, whoa, holy cow, what the heck happened there? Danny with about a 23-second lead. Goodness gracious. Brian right behind Chris. So Brian tried to take that second place spot away. 2 cars into the wall on turn 2. So everybody's starting to accelerate the pace a little bit here and getting caught up in some crashes. So there's Chris up to second. Let's see how Brian's holding up here. Brian only 0.8 of a second behind. Ayrton all the way up to second. So Ayrton from 5th to second with only 9 laps. Brittany will count them down. It's close, really close.
7 laps left.
So Ayrton's got second. Chris less than a second behind. Joe a second behind that. So this is still up for grabs.
5 laps left.
Got to stay out of trouble. Danny out front. Substantial
4
lead.
laps left.
Joe up to second. Brian third.
3 laps left.
So Joe's sneaking up and grabbing that second place
2
spot.
laps left.
Brian vaults up into second with only 2 laps left to go.
Final lap.
Big time. We got like every car on the track into the wall on the back between turn 1 and 2. Danny takes it. And keep going. All right, Brian with some last lap heroics. Brian Volmer moving into that second transfer spot. Ayrton third, Joe fourth, Chris fifth, and Dan was our 5th place car. Ronnie, what's going on, Ronnie? You should be here, man. All right. In fact, if you hurry, you're too late. You can't make it. All right, that completes our B mains. From here on out, you guys are going to be racing at least 70 laps. So here comes the EDM Stock A main, featuring Brad Biddle, Brian Beeman, John Wallace, Chris Peel, Joe Makedas, and Rob Allen. 70-lap EDM.
Up next, race number 4. 1 RC EDM Stock.
For the
A main. Race order is Brad Biddle, Brian Beeman, John Wallace, Chris Peel, Joe Makedas, Rob Allen, Brad Biddle.
Well, there you go. For those of you, for the uninitiated, EDM is Eastern Dirt Modified. So maybe we should call them WDMs, right? What do you think, Doug? Western Dirt Modifieds? What the heck with this Eastern? What, yeah, Central? Okay. What the heck is with this West Eastern stuff? All right, so Brad's checked in. I'm still up here talking, so I'm heading down.
Joe Makedas. Rob Allen. Brian Beeman. Chris Peel.
All right, I got everybody but John checked in. Starting order is going to be Brad in that first spot, Brian in second, John third, Chris fourth, Joe fifth, and Robbie in sixth.
1 minute to the start of the race. John Wallace.
All right, everybody's checked in. As soon as John finishes warm up, we'll get y'all lined up. We're going to get this thing going. All right, straights closed. Let's get them lined up. Brad in that first spot. Brian in second. John third. Chris fourth. Joe fifth. And Robbie sixth. Keep it clean into that turn, drivers. Like we always said, don't corner dive. You're not going to win it because it's a 70 lap race. You ain't going to win it on that first corner. And we got marshals. All right, drivers, here we go. Less than 5. And they're off. All right, we got 10 laps in, 60 laps left to go. Brad showing the way. Brian second, Chris third, John fourth, Robbie fifth, Joe in sixth. $50 laps left, 20 down, 50 left. And just so y'all know, the fast lap of this race belongs to Robbie on a 4-flat lap. No, that's the fastest lap. Our running order with 16 laps down, or actually 26 laps down. Brad showing the way. Brian second, Chris third, John fourth, Robbie fifth, Joe in sixth. Right now, Brian's about 4.5 seconds behind Brad. Chris about 4.5 seconds behind Brian. Robbie's about 6 seconds behind Chris for that third place spot. And Joe is about 10 seconds behind John, sitting in sixth. So Brad, Brian, Chris, Robbie, Joe, John is your order. All right, 40 laps down, 30 laps left. Brad, Brian, Chris, your top 3. Robbie 4th, Joe 5th, and John is off the track. In the middle, Marshall in the middle, upside down. $25 laps left to go, drivers. Brad, Brian, Chris, your running order. Brian's now about 8.5 seconds behind Brad. Chris is 4.5 seconds behind Brian. Joe sitting in 4th now, about 7 seconds behind Chris, I guess. Robbie is down to 5th place. Robbie's about 8 seconds behind Joe. And John has left the track. 19 laps left to go, drivers. 19 laps. Laps left to go, drivers. 15 laps. Coming up to the final 10 laps of this race.
Laps left.
All right, 10 laps left to go. Brad, Chris, Brian. Chris is taking over from Brian. Now sitting in second place. Brian down to third. Joe sitting in fourth. Robbie fifth.
Left. 7 laps left. 6 laps left.
All right, and up next is
5 laps left.
Race 5, Midget Stock A Main. John, Danny, Brian, Chris, and whoever transferred.
3 laps left.
From that B Main.
2 laps left. Final lap. Brian Beeman done. Brad Biddle done.
All right, that's a
Rob
race.
Allen done. Joe Macaitis done. Chris Peel done. All drivers are finished. The race is completed.
All right, that's it. Brian takes it. Brad second. Whoop, what happened? Wait a minute. Brian took the first place. Brad second. Chris third. Joe fourth. Robbie fifth. The sleeper strikes again.
Up next, race number 5. 1 RC Midget Stock. A Main.
All right.
Race order
Midget
is
Stock A Main. John,
Wallace,
Danny, Brian,
Danny
Chris,
Finley,
Joe,
Brian
and
Beeman,
Louie.
Chris Peel.
You
Joe
guys are up.
Macaitis, Luis Nieves.
This is going to be a 70 lap Midget Stock A Main.
2 minutes to the start of the race.
My money's on Joe. He's getting every time we do this, he's
Joe
getting better.
Macaitis.
Okay, here comes our vertically challenged class. Benny, damn it, what are you doing, Benny?
Chris Peel.
Thanks for tuning in, Benny. You coming Friday? Yes?
Danny Finley.
I'm going to be sitting Friday out, I think. I don't know. I'll decide.
Brian Beeman.
I actually had a pretty good time
Luis
the
Nieves.
last time. Fern, I'm thinking about racing Friday night. Are we racing Friday night? Tiny Whoop? We are, for sure? Okay, well, you don't have to. Benny, post up
1
that we're
minute to
racing
start of
Friday
the
night.
race.
Huh? Oh, yeah, they're definitely not doing it next week. So, yeah, I guess if we're going to do it, we need to do it this Friday coming up. All right. Benny, does that work for you? Comment if so. Damn it, Benny. All right, so I've got everybody checked in. This is our vertically challenged A Main. Take one of these cars and throw it up against some Velcro, see if it sticks. Bet you it will. So it's John is going to start on the pole. That's right. So John Wallace, our top qualifier. Danny going to be second. Brian third. Chris fourth. Joe Macaitis fifth. And Louis sixth. All right. How are we doing with marshalling? What do we got? I see Brad. All right. Where is everybody? Who's all supposed to be in? Thank you. Who all supposed to be in this? Oop. All right. That was a false alarm. Okay. That was not the start. And with summoning marshals. Okay, we've got marshaling everywhere. Okay, Doug's there too. Cool. All right, we can get this one underway. Drivers, are you ready? Marshals, are you ready? Here we go on the horn. And we're off. John Rodriguez, thanks for tuning in, old friend. Good to see you. Just now getting into the very beginning of the A main midget race. 70 laps for these little guys. Looking pretty small out there on this nice new big super speedway we built. Trouble on the back straight. It's clear. So Chris coming out in the lead. Brian second. Well, Brian Beeman second. Got to remember we got two Bries. John Wallace third. Danny fourth. Joe fifth. And Louis sixth. I come from the same school that Louis does. It doesn't necessarily matter how fast you're going. It's how good you look while you're going fast. Right, Louis? So John out front, snatching it away. Danny second, Chris third, Brian Beeman fourth, Louis fifth, Joe sixth. Lots of racing, only 10 laps down. Still got 60 to go. By the way, we are racing for Blarts tonight, so don't take off before you get your Blart and your winner picture. We're running a little low on Blart, so they get more and more coveted every single night. Not to say I can't print up another batch of them. Yeah, you don't want to cut that island. It won't score you. So it's Danny out front, Chris second, John third, Brian fourth, Joe fifth, Louis sixth. 50 laps left to go. So Danny right now with only about a 3.6 second lead. 4 seconds right now. John still in this one for the podium. He's 7.3 seconds back. Brian, meanwhile, trying to get on the podium. He's only 2.9 seconds behind John. So Beeman not giving up, not even close. Brian at any point can jump out into the lead of this thing. He's got it in him. So Danny out front. Chris, John, Brian, Joe, Louis is y'all's running order. All right. So Danny with about a 7-second lead. John, you're 6.5 seconds behind Chris, who's in second. And then Brian, 4.8 seconds back. So, this thing's still pretty close. With 41 laps left to go. No one really getting away just yet. John up against that inside pipe. Doug scoops him out. He's back up against the pipe. There you go, Doug. More trouble on the front straight. Doug sorts it out. All right. Oh, John retiring from this one. Okay, so we're at the halfway point. 35 laps left to go. Dan, thanks for tuning in. Wait a minute, Dan, you're here. You don't need to tune in. So it's Danny out front. 8.3 second lead. There he is, your winner, leader across the line. Chris. So Danny, wait a minute. Danny checking out. He's got a 17-second lead right now. So Brian in third, only 8 seconds back behind Chris, who's currently in second. What's Beeman up to? There he goes. He's moved up to third already, 8.2 seconds back. So as I said, Brian, never count that dude out. Meanwhile, Joe running a good race. Joe, you're in fourth. Louis is our fifth place driver. John retiring from this one. I like to use that word. The older I get, the better retire sounds to me. 24 laps to go. Hello, Ivan. Thanks for tuning in and joining us. Doing a little 1RC carpet oval racing tonight here inside the mall. After a very, very busy weekend at the mall, we had a trunk or treat out front that was absolutely off the hook. 200, 250 something odd trucks showed up for that. Yeah. So Danny, back to the racing. Danny out front. Danny with almost a 20-second lead now. Brian lurking in the shadows. Brian, you're only 5.5 seconds behind Chris. Chris, let's see, then there's Joe. Joe, you're 17 seconds behind Brian. Louis with about 26-second gap between you and Joe for that fifth place spot. 12 laps left to go. Overall running order, Finley, Peel, Beeman, Maquedas, Nieves, and Wallace.
10 laps left.
All right, so we've got Free Brittany counting it down.
9 laps left.
Right now, oh, Beeman looking to take that second spot. Only one, okay, less than a second back. So
8 laps
Brian
left.
trying to snatch that second place spot away from Chris. Can he do it?
7 laps left.
Loses a little bit on that one, but there's time. So the race on the track is for that
6
second
laps
place
left.
spot between Brian and Chris. Chris holding him off for now.
5 laps left.
Brian
4
pulls
laps
within
left.
1.2 seconds. 1 second.
3 laps left.
Final few laps. Brian, he's on 9
laps
tenths. Can
left.
he do it? Like 2 laps left for the heroic second place.
Final lap.
No, he doesn't. He goes for it. Usually, you're either going to do it or
Danny
you're going
Finley
to
done.
fall back. Danny takes the
Chris Peel
flag.
done. Joe Macaitis done. Brian Beeman done. Luis Nieves done.
All right,
All
that
drivers are
completes
finished.
that one. That was a good
The race
race,
is
y'all. You did
completed.
really well. Very, very impressive. So that's it for our midget stock. 2 races left to go. Our late model race is up next.
Up next, race number 6. 1 RC late model. A main. Race order is Brian Beeman, Brian Vollmer, Brad Biddle, Luis Nieves, Chris Peel, Tracy Bethel. Brad Biddle. Brian Vollmer. 2 minutes to the start of the race.
All righty, here we go. Last 2 races of the night. This one is our first
Luis Nieves.
ever A-Main late model race. Looking forward to this one all night. Going to be 6 cars in this one. Brian Beeman is our top qualifier. Brian Vollmer, first race ever, second. Brad Biddle hanging out in that 3rd spot. Louis 4th.
Tracy
Chris
Bethel.
Peel 5th. And Tracy is our 6th place car qualifier. You leaving? All right. Well, behave yourself. I'll see you. We got a quiet weekend here and really not much going on this weekend. Yeah, I'm taking a break. I'm going to take the weekend off. Probably
Brian
the last one I get for the rest of the year.
Chris Peel.
A what? Where? Where? Here? Oh, well, okay. I'm glad somebody told me. You know where I'm going to go? If you're interested,
1 minute
Circuit
to
of the
the start of the
Americas is
race.
having the vintage race this weekend. I just saw that show up in my email. It's like, why do y'all keep that a secret, right? So anyways, yeah, if you're up for it, maybe I'll see you out there. Okay. Bye, y'all. Circuit of the Americas, the SV something or another, vintage racing is freaking awesome. All right, let's get them lined up. It's Brian out front. Brian in 2nd. Brad in 3rd. Louis 4th. Chris 5th. And Tracy 6th. All right, how we doing with marshals? We're sparse. Okay, let's get somebody over here on the front straightaway. Hang on. All right, thank you, Joe. And again, James, thank you very much for jumping in there as much as you have been. It's awesome of you. And then also we've got yet our other. We got to give you some. There's got to be some kind of points or something for doing that. Thanks, y'all. And we're going to move those tables out of the way the next time, so we've got more room to sneak through there. Okay, Marshall's ready. Oh, Tracy's changing his driver position. All right. Yeah, it's sort of like a back in motion in a football game. Yep, last second. All right, drivers ready? Marshall's ready. Here we go. Let's for the horn. All right, good clean start. Oh, we got a car on its lid in between 1 and 2. Joe's right. Now we got 2 cars on their lid between 1 and 2. Yeah, that stick's not working too good for flipping them over. Especially, they're kind of like flat, like a flounder, you know? Which eyes, they only got an eye on one side. All right, trouble on the back straightaway. So far, Brad staying out of the mayhem. See, oh my gosh, car going the wrong way down the front straightaway. Should have Duked of Hazard him. Dukes of Hazarded him? Something like that. All right, Brad, Brian Vollmer, Chris Peel, Louis, Brian Beeman, and Tracy. So apparently Beeman getting caught up in that first few lap mayhem. Alonso, hey, we've got Alonso tuning in. Thanks for joining us, Alonso. And Elid, hopefully I said that right, Elid Hernandez. Thanks, guys, for tuning in. You're watching the very first late model A main for 1RC Racing here at RCHQ. We've been doing this racing for, well, coming up on a couple of years now, huh, Fern? Yeah, at least a year and a half. And it's the first time we've had a nice big pack of late models out there. They're pretty awesome. I want one. All right, so it's Brad Biddle out front, Brian Vollmer second, Chris Peel third, Brian Beeman up to fourth, Louis fifth, Tracy is sixth. Tons of racing left to go, 54 laps, which equates to about 3 to 4 minutes worth of driving. After this will be our big feature race of the night. It's going to be our sprint class. 10 sprint cars showed up tonight. Vollmer taking over the lead, pushing Biddle down to second. However, there's only 2 seconds between those cars, so that can change at any time. We've got another another flounder. Louis right there. It flips him back over. Louis, where are you going? He's like, I don't like being a flounder. All right, so Vollmer out front, Biddle second, only 2.4 seconds back. Chris Peel, hold on, Chris is in third. Beeman, meanwhile, only 2.5. So, man, this is really close. There's only 7.3 seconds separating the top 4 cars. So, anybody's race. We're going to put a tennis ball on top of them so they roll back over. All right, so it's Biddle back out front. Chris up to second. Relegating Vollmer down to third, but still so much racing left. Top 4 cars only separated by 7.6 seconds. So it's Biddle, Peel, Vollmer, Beeman, Bethel, and Nieves is your running order. You know, I don't think I've seen cars flip over as much as these two. So that's an interesting thing that comes with EDM, right? The ramps, yeah. All right, halfway, 35 down, 35 to go. What the heck was that? Trouble on turn 1, more trouble on turn 1. That red car getting scooped. I believe that might have been Beeman getting the scooperoo. A disastrous lap for Beeman. But there's still 30 laps left to go. So Biddle back out in the lead. Vollmer 6 seconds back in second place. Don't cut down the middle of the track, y'all. We're going to go ahead and close that off, so that's not going to be able to, we're not going to be able to do that next race. So it's Biddle, Peel, Vollmer, Beeman, Bethel, and Nieves. So Brad with the only a 2.4 seconds. So here's what's happening. Chris Peel quietly sneaking up. He's only 3.5 seconds behind Brad right now. Dwayne, why are you watching? You should be here, okay? Right? I was just asking about you. Come on out, Dwayne. We miss you, brother. Got a real good turnout tonight watching us run these late models here. I could just see a black car with a big number 3 on the side of it. Yeah, so Dwayne letting you guys, he's serving you guys notice. He said, oh, you guys are lucky that he's not here. You know what? I kind of believe him. All right, so it's Brad out front. Brian Vollmer second, only 4 seconds back. Peel, 6 seconds in third. Beeman, 14 seconds back. So Brian Beeman has made up over 10 seconds in like the last 8 to 9 laps. Incredible run. 17 left to go. 16 left to go. So Vollmer, Biddle, less than 4/10 when they cross the line. Here comes the pack down the back straight. You're going to see how that one ends. Little trouble in turn 1. They get him going. So here's Brad. Brad looking to get around. Oh, and he catches the inside corner of the number 1. So Brad, there he goes. All right, so let's see how this turns out. Should possibly, when they come back over the loop.
Left.
Well, let's see. 10 laps left to go.
Laps left.
Brad holding on to the lead. Brian was only 0.3 of a second behind him.
8 laps left.
After 62 laps.
7 laps
So
left.
there you go. 7/100ths of a second. Brian with the
6 laps
lead.
left.
So this battle out front between Vollmer and Biddle is a good one. Right now,
5 laps
Brian's
left.
got it. Brad wants it. Meanwhile, Chris, third place. Brian
4 laps left.
Beeman, fourth. So let's see. So Vollmer holding him
3
off.
laps
Let's
left.
see how they do. They're coming into traffic. Guys, move over for these 2 cars. Don't hold them
2
up.
laps left.
So Vollmer, Biddle, 7 seconds
lap.
back. So apparently Brad getting in a little bit of traffic, allowing
Brian
Brian
Vollmer done.
to snake that
Brad
win
Biddle done.
away
Brian
in
Beeman
the
done.
final few laps.
Chris Peel done. Tracy Bethel done. All drivers are finished. The race is completed.
Well done, y'all. That was a good race. So really good. Beeman. So, Brian, you got all the way back up within 5 laps of them. Pretty heroic 4th place finish. All right, guys, don't run off. We're going to be doing the award presentation and the pictures after our 100-lap feature race. Sprint stock. Marshals, I would
Up
suggest
next,
maybe you
race number
stretch a
7.
little bit.
1 RC Sprint stock.
Take a
Amen.
couple of deep breaths.
Race order
Hydrate.
is Brad Biddle,
Maybe
Brian
charge
Beeman,
up your electrolytes
James
and get
Porter,
ready for this
Fern
marshalling
Luna,
frenzy.
Danny Finley, Brian Vollmer.
All right, final race of the evening, our feature.
Brad Biddle, Brian Vollmer, James Porter. 2 minutes to the start of the race.
Okay, so if I understand it correctly, we're having a list race Saturday night, yes?
Danny Finley,
Fernando. So we're having a drag racing list race Friday night. Okay. All righty, let's check them in, hombres. Lots and lots of marshalling. A marshal like every 3 feet. So this weekend, I believe we're doing after tonight. So the agenda for RCHQ for this week is me getting a rare weekend off. Friday night, I believe we're going to be doing a tiny whoop drone race, which will be cool. Saturday, a list race out in the parking lot in front of Macy's on the strip at Rolling Oaks Mall. Got everybody checked in, but
Brian Beeman,
Brian racing back-to-backs. We give him a sec. All right. Everybody looks adequately warmed up. Almost. All right, let's go ahead. Close the back straightaway off. Time has expired in warm-up. And let's get them lined up. It's going to be Brad first, Brian Beeman second, James Porter third, Fern Luna fourth, Danny fifth, and Brian Vollmer sixth. Do a quick driver introduction. Our 6th place qualifier in this main. Coming over from the off-road world in his very first race, Brian Vollmer. All right, no stranger to oval racing. Been here consistently over the last several months. That's right, 5th place, Danny Finley. Good job, Danny. All right, in 4th. Wasn't even going to race tonight. Had to talk him into it. RCHQ's own Fernando Luna. One of the most active, helpful marshals that we've had and a super nice guy. Also, our 3rd place qualifier, James Porter. Good job, James. All right, the track builder, he's got a distinct advantage over everybody else. Brian, seaming this carpet together. Our 2nd place qualifier, Brian Beeman. Thank you, Brian. And just passing through our transient racer, coming through his home state on his way to parts unknown is, that's right, RTQ, Brad Biddle. All right, guys, are you spread out as much as you want to be? Okay. Then I'm going to go ahead and start you that way. No corner diving. Let's get you all underneath the loop nice and clean. I reserve the right to restart. All right, ready? On the horn. That's a good start. We have a race, 100 laps of oval racing ahead of us. For those of you that think that takes an eternity, you'd be surprised. I believe it's about 7.5 minutes it takes to complete this race. Maybe 8. The world clock has clicked. Yeah, there you go. So Biddle, Beeman, Porter, Finley, Luna, Vollmer is the running order. Lots and lots and lots of racing left to go. We are overdue for another endurance race. The first one we had, we called it the Taco Bowl, and it was a 501-lap race. 3 people on a team. Each one of them raced 167 laps. Biddle out front, Beeman second, Porter third, Finley fourth, Luna fifth, Vollmer sixth. Big pack of cars coming down the front straightaway, lined up nicely. Drivers patiently waiting for their opportunity to pass. Oh, little trouble there. Oh, and then it doesn't last too long. We got trouble in turn number 2. More trouble in the infield. Can Chris get him from there? Yes, he does. Go ahead and back on out of there. Thank you. All right. 82 laps left to go. Brad, 3-second lead over Brian Beeman. Nope, that just got pulled down to a 0.6 of a second lead. Again, more trouble on 2. So Brian Beeman, less than a half a second behind Brad. So these two going at it again, just in a different class. The beautiful, for those of you watching those, what's really cool about these cars is they're inexpensive. They seldom break, and you can literally run every class if you wanted. I know I've done 3 at a time, which is about my limit. 74 laps to go. So Beeman taking over the lead that time around. Brad 2.7 back, so Brad must have found a little trouble. Trying to negotiate through the traffic is the key to victory. And even now with this much larger, wider track, you still got to stay out of trouble. Avoid those wrecks. And then at the same time, avoid causing wrecks is helpful as well. So Beeman out front, Biddle second. Brian Beeman stretching his lead out to almost 4 seconds. Still 66 laps to go. Danny, you're in third. Danny, you're 11 seconds behind Brad. James, you're in fourth. James, you're 4 seconds behind Danny. Brian, you're in fifth, only 1.4 seconds behind James Porter. Fern, Fern's back there a little ways. What are you doing, Fern? About 26 seconds back in that 6th place spot. So Fern probably coming up on just the wrong end of some of these wrecks is all it takes. Trouble in turn 1. Careful, drivers. Careful on turn 1. It's clear now. Okay, we got everybody all together coming through 3 and 4. How's this going to turn out? Everybody's watching. So far, so good. Everybody avoided each other. Oh, one of them traction rolls. Not sure if he was bumped or not. All right, Brian Beeman holding off Brad by about 4.8 seconds. Finley, 13 seconds back in 3rd place. Vollmer moving up. Brian on 4th. 3.5 seconds back. James, less than 3 seconds, so it's still close, really close. Only 24 seconds separating almost everyone. Careful on the front straightaway. Got a car on its side. It's flipped. All right, losing my microphone. I think I've worn my batteries out. Let's see if we can't make it last for another 46 laps. Beeman, Biddle, Finley, Vollmer, Porter, and Luna is the running order. Lost my microphone again. It's only going to give me, I don't know if I'm going to make it. Might have to do a quick battery swap here. So if I go away, bear with me. All right, I'm back with a fresh set of batteries and 30 laps left to go. Overall running order, Beeman, Biddle, Finley, Porter, Vollmer, and Luna. So right now, trying to figure out, hang on, take a quick look to see what's going on. Yep, so right now, Brian's got about a almost 13-second lead. Danny, 10 seconds behind Brad. James, you're 20 seconds behind Danny. Brian in 5th. Only 7 seconds behind James. So Vollmer trying to take over that 5th spot. 23 laps left to go, so this one's getting into the final stages. Is fatigue playing a part in this? I doubt it. It goes by really quick when you're up there driving. 20 laps left to go. So Brian with a 10-second lead over Brad. Brad in 2nd. Danny, let's see what we got back to Danny. Danny is in 3rd, and he is, where's he at? There he is, 15 seconds behind. So Porter, 19 seconds behind in 4th, and then Brian, 13. So the field's starting to actually spread out a little bit as we come into these final 15 laps. Again, drivers, don't take off. Get our winner pictures and pass out the stickers. Really kind of a nice pace going on. Everybody's settling into their groove. So Brian running a very good race. The fastest lap of the race was set by Brian Vollmer. Are you guys sitting down? A 3.174. That's incredible.
8 laps
So Brian Beeman, your fast lap. Okay, I'm sorry.
7 laps left.
Yeah, 3.174. Brian, your fast lap was a 4.1.
6 laps
Brad,
left.
a 4.0. Danny, a 4.1. James
5
Porter, a
laps
4.3. Vollmer, 3.1. And then Fern,
4
your
laps
fast
left.
lap was a 4.4. Here we go. We're wrapping
laps
this one
left.
up. Looks like it should, barring a catastrophe.
2
Finish
laps
up.
left.
Beeman, Biddle, Finley, Porter, Vollmer, and Luna.
Final lap. Brian Beeman done. Fern Luna done. Brian Vollmer done. Danny Finley done. Brad Biddle done. James Porter done. All drivers are finished. The race is completed.
Good job, drivers. Give me a couple of minutes to print out the results. Doug, will you get the stickers ready, please, for 4 classes? The stickers, the blarts, when you guys cut, are they already ready? Okay, thank you. I guess I should have gotten up a little earlier this morning, huh? All right, I'd like to thank everybody for tuning in. Fong, thanks for joining us, got in here. And David Martinez as well. You guys jumped in for the last little bit of that race. We are definitely done for the night. We'll be back here in 2 weeks, if not sooner. We're looking maybe to do a Friday night or a Saturday longer race. But we got a ton of race, and that was a lot of laps, y'all. I have to figure it out someday. But thank you, everybody, for tuning in. We're going to go ahead and cut off the feed now, and we'll catch you next time.